How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here with episode number 19 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 7. And after this, 3 more episodes left to go, folks. I am definitely not ready for the ending, but it should be very, very devastating and interesting to see what does happen in these upcoming 3 episodes, because I am assuming tensions are definitely going to be raised with the fallout of the last episode. We kind of have an idea of what Xander's going through. I'm sorry, you can all hate me for that one. Yeah, it was rough. We have Xander, who's lost an eye. We have Caleb, who is proving to be a bit of a hassle to put down, like with Buffy and Faith. Of course, Faith returned in the last episode. Yeah, they can't even land a punch on Caleb. Caleb is just feeling that invincibility at the minute. So, yeah, it's proving to be a bit of an ask as we come into these final bunch of episodes. And, you know, we'll find a way, fingers crossed. Maybe this will end on a very, very horrific ending. But, and it's certainly looking that way with how devastating things are at the minute. But, where there's a will, right? Or where there's a willow. That was terrible. Anyways, yeah, I do want to provide a little bit of an update in regards to the bit that I did talk about in the introductory to the last episode in regards to Buffy Season 8, because I did say about the fact that someone did say that there was a motion comic for Season 8, and I had the idea of potentially reacting to it once Buffy Season 7 is done. But I have been informed that it will contain spoilers for Season 5 of Angel, so I will do that after Season 5 of Angel, because obviously you don't want to spoil anything, so yeah. And it might do me the world of good without oversaturating the schedule, to be fair, when I start up my new show, which is looking to be Supernatural. And of course, by the time I get to my next episode of Buffy, I should have an idea of, I mean, it'll be out there anyways by the time this is up on YouTube, but you get the idea. I'll have an idea in terms of recording perspective about what show is going to be, I guess, replacing Buffy. So yeah, but just thought I would let you guys know that, because I'm sure there's going to be a few people who will be informing me not to react to it after season 8, after season 7 straight away with Buffy, because of the fact that there could be potential spoilers in regards to Angel Season 5. So, yes. But, yeah, let's get into this episode, because I'm sure this is not going to be awkward or tense whatsoever, because, like I said, last episode, pretty brutal, and I think that's understating things, isn't it? So, with that said, let's get into episode number 19 of Season 7 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Let's go. I think people have finally said, you know what? I put up with 6 years of this shit. I'm done.
Hey, you.
Hey.
Clem's leaving!
Yeah, and these people have never seen an apocalypse.
If anyone can do it, you can, because you rock. If you save the world, I'll come back. We'll have drinks. When you save the world.
We adore this. We adore him so much.
Maybe you should just get out of town this time.
Yeah.
I mean, we tried that with Season 5, didn't we?
Should. The inspector.
You're with the inspector, right? Well, we don't get a lot of contact.
She
with
just
people,
whammy
so-
him like
Single step.
cast suggestion.
Single step, and it is upon us. It is nigh from beneath you. And
Uh-oh.
Well, we're looking at a possible release as early as tonight. We're just waiting for your labs to get back, and Dr. Khaled said that should be a couple hours.
That's great.
Okay. I think we're all caught up then. Thank you for this.
I
This
didn't
was
know. I
really
didn't
great
know
work.
that Eliza's
Oh.
voice seemed to be
Thought we were-
going in the last episode, and
There
Sarah
were gonna
seemed
be card
to.
games.
Yeah, I don't know if there was something going
Oh,
around.
Maybe they have a 2 body parts for the price of 1 kind of deal.
Oh, you know the best part is? No one will ever make me watch Jaws 3D again.
Yeah, and you'll never have to.
Oh well.
Oh, Willow. Please don't.
No, stop it. Stop it. My heart can't take this.
Okay. For example, ubervamps can be staked right through the heart. Zing, poof, just like regular vamps. We didn't know this.
Steak and oh my
Of course,
god.
these guys have incredibly strong sternums, so it's
Good
a lot
job,
like
Andrew.
driving a right over there on that cot, immediately following some exciting and unexpected breakup sex. But I need to give him some
Good
space.
info. Good info,
So
Anya.
I'm doing what I can do, contributing any way I can.
For God's sake!
So will all of you.
But Caleb, his church, his ring, his ability to render a slayer useless in just one punch.
Wow!
That was stupid. I don't know why I said that. It's okay. You know, I have to.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't looking too good, but I mean,
really
she
didn't
didn't
mean
go
it's
toe to.
fine.
She went
Really, it's
toe
fine.
to toe with Glory, and Glory dominated her at first. So. Oh, I think it went over his eye.
Oh, now look. Things don't go exactly your way, so here comes the
Oh, you have the nerve to do that.
woman. Ain't that just like a woman? And how is poor, sweet Xander? Let him know he's in my prayers, and anytime he's willing, I'm ready to finish the job.
Oh,
Near
you're
Xander
gonna
again,
get a kick in
and
the
I will
face.
end you.
I'm gonna take such sweet pleasure in taming you.
This guy is a. Oh my fuck! He really, you know,
I'll see you soon, little lady.
makes your stomach turn.
Does bring us closer to Caleb.
Sounded like there was news.
Is that the hot pocket? Oh.
What's up, Ruben?
Yeah, don't test her.
Spike, I have a mission for you.
Oh, really? Because, you know, sometimes our missions end up with you trying to kill me. I'm not fond of those.
I mean, he's
is
got a
gonna
right
find-
to still be salty.
Are we gonna get to the food stealing issue soon?
Take Andrew.
What?
Well, you are really saying you want to get out of the house more.
Yeah, but
Giles is done with his
Let
shit,
him back,
understandably.
you know, he's a demon expert. He can help.
Oh, please.
Well, he could bring his pan flute thing along. Excellent. Off you go.
Some kind of band plays during an apocalypse.
I think this band might actually be one of the signs.
Look, we're used to it by now, okay?
Hey.
Some people have just accepted it like, oh, it must be that time of the year.
You said anything about jail?
Oh, shit! Guys, fuck off! Jeez, she just dealt 4-1, wow. Well, 3-1, but still impressive.
Really getting hell-mouthed.
Back up.
No.
What?
Woo! They gotta be sorted, they're not in the right state of mind. Oh my goodness! Gives them a good chance to throw their muscles about. Oh my goodness!
Learning from your mistakes is one thing, but you don't throw children.
They're not children.
That really isn't the point.
Hey, what about the vineyard?
What?
How safe were they when you dragged them off to meet Caleb? How safe was Rona or Amanda or Molly?
Oh!
Well, see, the genius of it is you soak it in ice water for an hour so it holds its shape. Then you deep fry it, root side up for about 5 minutes.
masterful.
Yeah.
I just love it. Like,
Telling you when we have this conversation, I'll bite you.
for some reason, this works.
This one's from someone who just thinks she's a cop. It's my favorite of all my current bruises.
So someone who thinks she's a cop, huh? You're gonna have to, like, ice her now or something like that?
I'm not gonna kill her. Wanted to, but didn't. And by the way,
Long time
bully for
ago.
me since no one else said it.
For what? For not killing Buffy?
It's this new thing I'm trying.
He was excited, talking the whole time. Destiny, that sort of thing.
Yeah, we hear he's a real smooth talker.
He was going
Got a
on
boner
about
for
this
that
ancient
shit.
inscription.
Neat.
He read it, and he didn't like what it said.
Oh.
His temper.
Alone to wield.
Oh?
Look, I know what you're thinking, but I had a visit today at the school from Caleb.
Buffy, why didn't
I'm
you...
fine. I mean, it wasn't fun, but and I say it's time we go in and take it away from them.
I feel like we have
Or,
to...
in the alternative, how about we don't? I mean, it's a neat theory, B, but I'm not going back in that place, not without proof. And
Yeah.
neither should you, and neither should they.
And I
I'm
think
saying
we
it's
need to
gonna be easy.
recuperate.
I think Faith had the floor.
Maybe it ends okay the way you want.
So obsessed with beating Caleb, you are willing to jump into any plan without thinking.
This is not what
Rona!
I'm doing.
She's
that's how it feels
trying
to
her
us.
best, but come on, don't
People
slam her
are
like
dying.
this.
Kennedy,
Why are you always standing up for her?
I'm not. What do you mean you're not?
Oh my god.
Everything that's happened, I'm worried about your judgment.
I mean, she is giving it her best shot, but I can
I wish this could
understand.
be
But you didn't earn it. You didn't work for it. You've never had
mean,
anybody
she
come
didn't-
up to
didn't
you and
ask
say
for
that
this,
you
but she's
deserve
done a
these
pretty
things more
good
than anyone
job.
else. They were just handed to you. So that doesn't make you better than us. It makes you luckier than us.
Anya!
I've gotten us this far.
But not without a price.
We are clearly demonstrating that we are not together on this.
Which is why you have to fall in line.
Oh, shit.
I'm still in charge here.
And why is that exactly?
Because I'm the Slayer.
And isn't Faith a slayer too?
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So, not what
Oh,
I meant.
God, they're
I'm
gonna
not in
force this
charge,
on
chick.
her.
I think B here just needs... I came here to beat the other guy. To do right however it works. I don't know if I can lead. But the real question is, can you follow?
Oh,
Zoe,
shit.
Wait. Guys,
Oh.
I can't watch you just throw away everything. We have to be together on this. You can't be a part of it. So
What?
I need you to leave. Sorry.
She lives here, though. Like, you can't just kick her out.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Rona!
Shut your mouth.
Thank you. Jesus. Fuck.
Protect them. But lead them.
There's a responsibility for her. Oh, this is a mess. This is a bloody mess. I'm just angry, if anything, and disappointed, especially with some of the characters, especially with Dawn. I'm just angry with some of the decisions that were made. Like, the fact that you kicked Buffy out of her house. Her house. It's not, you know, Scooby Central or whatever. It's Buffy Summers' house. And you decide to give her the boot. Like, this is, like, I can understand having a bit more, faith towards faith. And I just the fact that they have effectively kicked Buffy out of these plans, essentially, to eliminate the first, is very, very repulsive. Because, yeah, Buffy has not been the perfect Slayer, but she has made a pretty good job out of the 7 seasons she's appeared in. And you are suddenly acting as if she has just committed Armageddon across, you know, the universe. As if she has just betrayed you all. And it's infuriating because, yeah, I get they have their reasons. I get that Buffy's plan to go back to the vineyard was, you know, probably not the best thing to do. They need to recuperate, and Buffy was going off a bit of a hunch, if anything. But they suddenly took that as a war crime. That's it. They took that as a war crime and decided, no, we can't deal with this. Buffy, you're the weakest link. Goodbye. It's really ridiculous how they kicked her out the house, as well as the fact they've been living there rent-free. I doubt a single potential has paid rent. And we know, going back to season 6, there was money issues. It's going to be a lot worse with a lot more mouths to feed. So I'm doubting any of the potentials decided, you know what, let's chip in. And they decided, you know what, get out. Dawn, if anything, Dawn was the one that made the initial comments, and the rest of the potentials were like, especially Rona. I don't think I've had a single good word to say about her. She is just very irritating. And then as soon as... I'm glad that Dawn did shut her up. I mean, yeah, she was emotional about it. She shouldn't have kicked her out in the first place. But I'm glad she shut her up because Rona has treated Buffy with that goodbye, like, ding dong, as if she was a dictator, if anything. I don't know. Like, I get it. Buffy has not been the most perfect leader. The plan to go back to the vineyard, not really a good move to make. And I get that the way that she reacted at the bronze versus Faith may not have been idealistic. But just the way that a lot of people reacted to Buffy was very uncalled for, in my opinion. Like Anya as well, when she was saying, oh, you got lucky and all of that. No, Buffy never asked to be the Slayer. And whilst she has become the Slayer, she has made very, very good work of it. And you talk about lucky, about, you know, her becoming the Slayer, should I say, and, you know, that's lucky. I think the Scoobies need to consider themselves lucky that Buffy got not just a second chance, but a third chance at this, because not all Slayers come back from the dead, and Buffy was an exception. And yeah, funnily enough, they want to consider themselves lucky. They were the ones who brought Buffy back the second time around. So, yeah, Buffy has managed to take this destiny and mold it into something like, what did it say on her gravestone at the end of season 5? She saved the world a lot. And yeah, I get the reasonings with some of the potentials, but they did turn it into a bit of a sour direction. And then I can get Xander as well, because he's gonna live with the fact that he's lost an eye for the rest of his life, so he's gonna be a bit shaken up by, you know, that. But yeah, I have a sick feeling in my stomach regarding how they just decided to kick Buffy out of her own home. So yeah. And just the way they overridden the whole argument as well was just very repulsive in my opinion, because, you know, like I said, with Buffy, she's not perfect, etc. We know that. But she is trying her best, and I mean, these potentials would be dead without her, really. So, yeah, but not just that though, but when Faith said she didn't want to, you know, take leadership, they forced that on her, really. Instead of deciding, like, we need a co-leadership thing going on. That's what should happen, if anything. Because Buffy has unofficially been the main Slayer, since, you know, the end of season 1, really. But she has done a very, very good job. Yeah, she has not hit the home run on every swing. But like I said, her gravestone at the end of season 5 said she saved the world a lot. And I'm sure that's got to account for something, right? And it's just the way that it feels like she has been doubted, as if she is more clumsier than Andrew. I'm sorry, Andrew, but it has to be said. No, but it feels like it feels like their argument is she provides nothing beneficial. And I feel like I don't know if that's because of the frustrations in regards to them getting their asses kicked with Caleb and the Bringers, and there's this low self-esteem. Faith took them out. There was a bit of a happy moment, and then Buffy came in as if she grounded them all, and they decided to take that out on them or not. But it is still very, very despicable how they kicked her out of her house and whatnot, and just the way I just did not feel comfortable with it. I'm sorry, but it was just disheartening. It was just maddening to see everyone decide, Buffy, get out the house. Get out your house. Yeah. Which we're not paying rent for, by the way, but still. Yeah. Dawn of all people. So, yeah. And it's just, it just really, really is disheartening. Like, I do get why some of the potentials have their reasons of being miffed with Buffy's leadership, because it is a very, very scary world, with the fact that you're not on Buffy's caliber, and yet you're being headhunted by Caleb, by the First, by the Bringers. And there is this moment where you just think, how are we gonna win? So yeah, I do understand that Buffy's attitude and her plans, they've not really been optimistic and filled with confidence. But yeah, the fact that I think the thing that really pisses you off is the fact that they decided, yeah, we're not gonna deal with your shit any longer. Yeah, you've been the Slayer for 7 years, but apparently you don't know fuck, so get out the house, get out your house. So this is what I'm saying though, co-leadership needed to be authorized, because out of anyone who is, especially since this requires the Slayers really to do some damage, out of anyone, Faith and Buffy should be leading this into battle, and they decided to cut off one of the heads of the Hydra, basically. And none are growing back at this point, so that was a terrible analogy, but you get the idea. They decided, you know what, that we know, this is what I don't get. Buffy is, they've protected, Buffy has protected the potentials all of this time. And yes, she's not got it right. I've said that time and time and again. But you need all of your arsenal as much as possible in this fight against the First. Because, yeah, we don't know how well Faith is going to fare. But, you know, by removing Buffy from the equation, you're playing a bit of a risk here by, you know, you think that things are going to turn around 100% because you've gotten rid of Buffy, as if you've cut the fat away from the meat, right? You think that things are going to turn around for the better by having Faith just take leadership and, you know, removing Buffy from the equation altogether. That's not how it's going to work. And this is what I'm saying. Buffy needs to be integrated. I can understand if they have a bit more confidence in Faith, but just deciding to say, Buffy, you are the weakest link is a piss take. So, yeah. I get Buffy's decisions have not been at their best, but just, it went to another extreme, and it's just very aggravating. So, yeah. And now they have to try and see if they can succeed in this task against the First, against Caleb, without Buffy. I have a feeling that I feel like my gut is saying that it's not going to be sailing, things are not going to go sailing, whatever the term is. Don't know, I'm just frustrated at the minute, but yeah, so I think that's my rant out there. I mean, with Buffy, this is it. With the potentials, I can see their point. With Buffy, there is this concerning element. I feel like she is working herself to the ground, and you know, when you work so much, you burn yourselves out. You burn yourself out, and I mean, I'm not saying that. Hey, let's get hungover and whatnot, and go into the vineyard and be like, "Hey, I'm hungover," etc. I'm not saying that, but there needs to be a bit of a balance for the potentials. In terms of focusing on the mission, because of course that's important, and being able to recuperate, because Buffy's idea to, hey, let's go back to the vineyard, was a bit of a questionable decision, because everyone's banged up. We're going off a bit of a hunch, so I feel like we should I feel like with Buffy, she is working herself to the ground in this case. Like when Faith took the potentials to the bronze, you can understand why people were like advocating for Faith and whatnot, saying, "Oh, Faith is so cool" and all of that. She was giving them that bit of a break that they kind of deserved, and like I said, they're not at their potential. They're not at their like the caliber of Buffy. So, yeah, but I feel like Faith kind of did them a bit of a solid in a sense. But this is what I'm saying about co-leadership. There needs to be that balance, that they need to focus, but they also don't get worked to the bone to the point where, hey, you beat up, let's go back to the vineyard and take out their source of power. That is essentially maybe a hunch. Who knows? So, yeah, but... so, yeah. I can understand both sides, but the way that Buffy was just ejected, nah. Because, yeah. I mean, history wasn't looking good. We have Xander without an eye. We have Rona who... well, she's going to complain anyways, because that's Rhoda. But she's, banged up with a broken arm, so, yeah. How many potentials have we lost so far? Well, out of the vineyard thing, we lost 2, but you can see why going back to the vineyard, questionable. But I didn't like the conclusion to that. I didn't like everyone questioning Buffy. I didn't like Anya questioning Buffy as if she was an amateur at this, which that's the vibe I got. When there's been more than that, so yeah. But it was a very, very sticky situation. So yeah, but and like I said, co-leadership, just enact on it, because Faith was trying to give them that positivity that they deserve, because everyone's downbeat, rightfully so. 2 potentials dead, and we got broken arms and gouged out eyes. So Faith was bringing a bit of a light, whereas Buffy was like, "Yeah, we've lost some things, but we need to, focus. Come on, we can't take our eye off the ball." So I get what Buffy's point at the end of the day, but I feel like there needs to be that balance. So, and that's why I'm saying both sides, they have their valid reasons, but they also have their flaws. So it's a sticky mess, and so I mean, it's not like Buffy doesn't care for these potentials and whatnot. I mean, you can even see how banged up she was emotionally when she was reflecting on Xander, because it really sucks that that's happened to Xander. And she just looked downbeat when I don't know who it was. Was it Kennedy who made that comment, that snide comment about Buffy being outpowered by Caleb? Yeah, you could see how she looked empty. So it's not like she doesn't care. It's just that Buffy's prerogative is to put an end to the first. With everyone leaving Sunnydale as well, this needs to be done with ASAP in her mind, and that's my worries as well. Like, she's driving herself to the ground and it's not helping matters. And oh, it's a mess. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Ugh. But I'm hoping it kind of can get resolved in the next episode. But yeah, we'll see. But sorry, I spoke about this long enough because it is a very, very complicated situation. It's complex emotionally because you don't like what the potentials have said. You don't like what Buffy has suggested in going back to the vineyard. But you can understand where, you know, both sides are coming from as well. So it's like driving you insane in a sense, and it's like pulling teeth at the minute. So, but let's distract about that. Love the Andrew and Spike stuff, especially when with them going to investigate Caleb's kind of origins, and he went a bit trigger happy reading a message that seemed to be indicative of Buffy or the Slayer, because that kind of explained something in regards to Andrew and Spike, when going to investigate that place, it went to investigate Caleb's origins and whatnot. So yeah. But yeah, and there was also that moment with Xander and Willow, which broke my heart, especially like you could I really felt so bad with Xander trying to boost himself with that bit of positivity. But yeah, I mean, you can really tell the hurt is there in his voice, and as well as, of course, him voicing against Buffy, because he's still scarred by, like, he doesn't want to see Willow lose an eye, for example. So of course this is going to be raw for him. So yeah, but that moment with Willow and Xander in the hospital, my heart. But there was some great moments with Andrew and Spike, like especially with Andrew fretting about who took his hot pocket, and there's bigger problems at the minute, buddy, but you know. It was really, really fun stuff though, seeing Spike and Andrew kind of interact in a sense. It was kind of eerie, but it worked. It did work. So yeah. But we also saw how everyone was being impacted by the Hellmouth, and I guess the ramifications of the first, with everyone deciding, you know what? I'm done. I'm leaving. And we also had, corrupted police, which not in that sense, but of course you had the Hellmouth literally corrupting their minds, like the students a few episodes back. So, yeah. And I thought, Faith was going to absolutely decimate them, but they were, so, yeah. We had that going on. But yeah, I think the elephant in the room was definitely that final discussion where everyone had their 2 cents really in terms of Buffy's leadership, and I think the final nail in the coffin was definitely the whole let's go back to the vineyard thing, because I feel like that is very, very questionable, and yeah, it was just handled really badly, especially with Dawn at the end of the day. So, because I do understand their fear and why it might not, like, why Buffy's, methods might be questionable, but she's no rookie by any means. So yeah, but like I said, I'm hoping that excuse me. I'm hoping that they do come to the resolution that they need both Faith and Buffy in order to make this work. They can't. They need them both. Like, one can't be the leader. United, they stand, basically. So, and not just that though, but this is giving the first that ammunition. So, we'll just have to wait and see. I feel like there's going to be some consequences coming into the next episode, but who knows? But yeah, very intense episode. Kind of expected that given the fallout of the last episode, but I wasn't expecting, you know, this amount of, I guess, animosity towards Buffy to the point where, Buffy, get out your house. So, yeah, that's the thing that really broke the straw for me. So, but, yeah, pretty hectic stuff this episode. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!